Hey everybody, Doom here from Dungeons and Doom Biscuit, and this is just it was a shocker heroclix that I snipped off the base, and I cut his head off and sanded his shoulders and stuck his head in the middle of his chest, and then I got a piece of popsicle stick and made him a sword. Nothing too fancy here, nothing too dramatic. Didn't have a lot of detail on the miniature, but I just want to make this for an encounter I'm running tonight, so let me get started on that. So, for my skin colors, I'm starting with army green. And there's not a lot of skin going to be on this paint job. And I've just dampened my brush using my mouth, as I always do. Try to keep my paint kind of thin. Probably should have got my wet palette, but I haven't touched it in a couple months. And if I get a little bit up on those arm guards, it's not going to be the end of the world, okay? No more skin showing. I'm going to swap colors out. Next color I'm going to be using is for its clothes, and I'm going to use this dark stone. Probably could just use Walmart paints for this, but I'm not. So I'm doing his arms. And again, I don't want to go so thick that I'm covering up all the two-tone work from his prime in the dry brush. So leave some of that natural occurring shading in that. I'm going to do his pants or his boots in that same color. I'm going a little thicker. I'm worrying about the shading a little bit less. I'm not worrying about it if I get it on his legs, because I'm going to come back and paint those too. A different color. Might be wise to do his belt too. It is storming out there. I'm going to do his belt. And if I get a little bit of overdo, it'll be alright. Okay. I need another color now. So I'm thinking I'm going to get this, it's called Oak Brown. See what the Mixomatic 500 can do with it. Blah, 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 blah. So, I was really big into the Army Combatives program, which is based heavily on Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And even in the training at the school, one of the things we talked about was the Ultimate Fighting Championships, the early ones, you know, with Shamrock and Gracie and just, you know. But that was even part of the training. We talked about it. And it was more so to look at technique and watch some videos to see what ultimately was possible, you know. So even after I was done in the military and I was not teaching people how to fight anymore, I still had an interest in martial arts, and I played in some different stuff, and nothing that I was just ever really felt fulfilled in, or that I felt like ego wasn't a big part of. Like a lot of things with fighters, especially with male fighters. Well, I can't even say it's just male fighters because I've seen it trained in both, but ego is like a big part of fighting, and it's just, you can't have a large ego about it if you're going to be brawling, you know. You can know you're strong, you can know you're skilled, you can know that you have your muscle memory down, but you can't fight in a safe manner and have an ego. It's just the reality of it. I've seen too many people with egos hurt themselves by pushing someone or hurt other people by going too far. Oh, I got it right on that belt, just like I didn't want to do. But now that I'm older, I think about it. Like, maybe I should get back into fighting, you know. Yeah, I know I have like 3 fused vertebrae and shit, but I just miss the health, being in shape like that, and I miss the feeling of accomplishment and the feeling of knowing that if something happens, I can intercede and fix it and make it okay. And don't get me wrong, just like most of you that are older, you know, for a few minutes, yeah, for a few minutes I can do what I got to do if a situation arises, but then I'm going to suffer for it the next week, maybe the next 2 weeks, depending. So I'm thinking about this, and I started watching some videos on Facebook and YouTube and TikTok and stuff. And I'm really starting to wonder, like, do I really want to get back into this? Like, the culture seems so overly aggressive now, so just angry, and these young people fight so ferociously. Like, we used to fight to win, not to fuck people up. You know, I feel like some of these people are really trying to fuck each other up. Now, I'm not saying so much in professional fights, because I'm not going to be at the level where I'm going to be doing professional fighting. But even when it comes to like local competition and stuff, I look at it and I'm like, these people are hyper aggressive. I don't know if I can even begin to think about getting back into this or not. And probably the right answer is I can't. I can't get back into it. Those days are probably gone for me. But I think about it a lot. And I was watching some stuff while I was waiting for my wife to get home from work. I finished a few minutes before her. I had to wait for her to get here. And I was just thinking to myself, dude, you will get beat up, Doom. Don't you even dare. These young kids will just wreck your world. They'll see an old dude like you, ask you how you got into martial arts. You'll tell a story, and then they'll instantly peg you as someone they want to beat up. Someone that they want to get hardcore with. Don't get yourself in that situation. So I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm thinking about it still, because I'm a glutton for punishment. Now for those arm guards, I'm going to get a metallic. But I'm going to mix that metallic with this color and make it less beautiful and perfect. Maybe I didn't use quite enough silver in that first smear. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure what I was going for, truth be told. I was just painting. Then I'm going to do my sword handle quickly with this brown, mixed with this brown. My hand guard or whatever. It could be real light. It can be almost translucent, really. I just want to make sure it's not white. Then I'm going to do my blade. And just the silver with nothing mixed in. So far I'm pretty happy. I want to do a little repair on that belt on the back where I came up on there with the darker brown. I hit it right here too a little bit. Clean that up. It's not perfect, but it'll be okay. Now you're probably thinking, well, Doom, that's just not all that exciting. No, it's not. Let's play a new game. Flipping my base upside down, and I'm going to use what's called military shader. But first, let me air dry this dude off screen real quick. Now, sometimes when I'm drying these, I notice little stuff like I missed a spot under his crotch here, with that darker brown, with that oak. I'm going to get up under there and just clean that up real quick. Okay. I'm going to get my shader, military shader. Hopefully I've got enough right there in that batch. I'm going to get a big chunky shitty brush, because I don't use my nice brushes with shaders. And I'm going to tag him around and greenify this dude. And I'm just going to kind of take some of that excess off. I'm wiping it on cardboard just to get it a little bit off the brush. And I'm just cleaning them up some. That's all I'm doing. Getting where it pulled up a little bit too thick for me, or just seemed a little too chunky. I'm just cleaning that up. This is probably a one-off bad guy that I'm not going to use again, so I'm not going to go in and do his eyes and stuff. there's something I want to do to his sword. So to do that, I'm going to get the shamrock green. I'm going to go over that silver with it. Just like that. I'm going to touch his belt with that too. And that's going to simulate that he has green metal. That's going to be interesting to find. Party's going to go, why is it green? And the interesting fact is that it has nothing to do with him having a green face or having no mouth. It has to do with the metal's properties and why it's green. But when the assailant is described as a green dude with green metal, what is the party going to think? There's some green dudes that make green metal running around. You know what they're going to think, because that's what parties do. They think. They spend all their time thinking. Thinking they know shit. But since they don't, this video will be posted after D&D is over. Well, we're playing Tomorrow Comes Doom, not D&D. They won't have the opportunity to see this and know. I'm going to take him off camera and hit him with the air gun real quick. Okay, what do we got here? Let's get that base touched up a little bit. I'm just getting a cheapy brown that I use a lot for this. Crappy brush. I'm going to drag that around and create some variation on my dirt. And something like that should be sufficient. I feel like that military shade was just too thick. I should have thinned it out some. Oh well. Again, for a one-time use mini, I can't really complain. I don't have any major ambitions to use him again. And if I do, he'll be a side thug or something, so. As long as you have something thrown on a table painted. What do you guys think about people that get 4, 6, or 8-year degrees but then work in other fields? Like, say your ambition was to be the HR guru of the world. So you get a master's degree in human resources, and then you end up working and doing something else for the rest of your life, like being a waitress or a bus driver or something. Seems like I see that very commonly now, people with degrees that are just working in random fields because maybe they couldn't stay in their field or their field couldn't work with their schedule of like maybe having children or whatever it may be. And they had to find a field that they could work within. I mean, do you guys see this or is it just me? I've seen it a lot lately. I saw a lady who claims she was a recruit for the government, which I know is probably not true. I'm not naive. And now she works banging metal with a hammer. You know, she was going to MIT and everything, and she had a full ride, and then something just happened. They weren't interested in her anymore, whatever the case may be. Probably not true. But she's one example of a person that I have seen that she has a degree. Not from MIT, but she does have a degree. It's on her LinkedIn. So I assume it's real. A little bit of clear glue. Probably could have used that same cardboard, but I just tossed it. Prophylactic removal. Oh my gosh, Ween, I can't get it off there. There we go. This is just a ruined disposable brush that I threw. I just cut the tip off of so I could use it for this. It was in the garbage. That's French for garbage. Actually, it's not. It's not anything for garbage. It's a made-up silly time. You bastards. Get on there. Quick and easy. Will definitely tell what I want to tell it to tell and give the wrong impressions to the party. I'm not going to clear coat this guy because I don't plan on using him more than once. So I can just pop him off and bring him upstairs and let him dry on my table behind where I DM. Too easy. Get up under there. Peel off that glue. Just like that. Cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. Boom. Real easy. Doesn't look great. Does what I need it to. Tells a story on the table. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell icon, leave a comment, and I'll see you next time.